How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Ron. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Paper Mario. In our last episode, we had saved all the Yoshi kids from the village, and with the help of the leader, he had given us the Jade Raven. They gave us access to Raphael the Raven, who helped us find a way to get to the volcano finally. And in today's episode, that is what we were going to do. Now that we have a way to get to Mount Lavalava, we can go ahead and start exploration there to find the 5th Star Spirit. Let me see. Call. Okay, yeah, that's all they really say. Alright, and with his help, he also had given us the Ultra Stone, which I had explained a little bit in last episode, should help us give an extra boost in ranking to our team members if we happen to find that block. And now with the entrance, we shall begin exploration of the volcano. Let's start. And the music changes a bit more ominously now. This is going to be a very treacherous trek. Identified as Mario. Alert! Report to boss. Alert! Alert! Ooh, so it looks like the Pirhana Plant. That Pirhana Plant was this. I sense danger here. All adventures are dangerous. Though, so what? Okay. We must press on toward the glory of an unknown treasure. Oh, come on, Kolorado.
Yeah! What's wrong with that? With this rock? It sank right into the lava.
Alright, man. You know why? Because you gotta walk properly. Please, after you go ahead, old boy. Rather stiffly in here. Alright, so pretty much you can't stand on the rock because as Kolorado demonstrated, it'll sink. And also, yeah, my timing was not great. Be careful because you will take 1 damage in the overroll if you happen to fall into the lava. And if you do it enough times, you will kill yourself. So just keep that in mind. I don't think it should ever happen to any of y'all, but just keep that in mind. Just don't fall into the lava. And bomb bed does explode upon impact immediately, since of course explosions and lava don't mix. And we also do see instances of new enemies here. And in fact, I did bring this up in an earlier episode. We did get the ice badge. I believe that's what it's called. What is it called again? Where is it? Oh yeah, the ice power badge, and with it increases attack power against fire enemies by 2. In this location, it is actually a pretty useful badge. I will admit, this does tend to be that situation where it's pretty only useful now because of the fact that most enemies are going to be fire, so that's why it'll be very helpful to have that. Oh come on! I need the power block because I can't really do anything about that one because I don't think I have any team member that can do anything about it. I'm just gonna run away for now. I don't want to deal with that. I'll deal with other enemies because I am close to a level up. Hey, money! My money! Alright, and that does take us back up there, but I just want to continue further down here. Oh, save block. Oh, but we do see a block that I think we've only seen once, and of course our current hammer can't do it. So to no surprise, that probably means that pretty soon we're going to be getting the hammer that should allow us to progress further. I'm trying to remember which is the way you're supposed to go, because then I'm going to go take the other way first. I think this is the room with the puzzle, and make sure it should be. You just have to avoid these. Oh yes, power up block. Alright. So with this you can upgrade party members. And now with the Ultra Stone we can upgrade any member. Now this can be preference. I do love upgrading Bombette immediately, kind of like for the previous reason. Her power bomb was great. Her Mega Bomb attacks all enemies, ceiling and floor, which is immense. But for this episode, or really for this chapter, upgrading Sushi first is going to be pretty helpful against the boss fight. She'll master Tidal Wave, which will attack all enemies. So it's similar to Mega Bomb. But for against fire enemies, it is immensely different. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Sushi first. So now Sushi is our first member to be Ultra Rank, and very useful indeed. She will get that 1+ in power, and Tidal Wave is a great move to have, especially for here. We'll see it demonstrated a little bit, but for now I'm just going to leave it as that. We will see that soon. So now that we got that upgrade out of the way, we can go ahead and go traverse down. In fact, I do remember seeing a YouTube video where, oh, I timed it perfect. So we got the fire shield. Makes the damage Mario takes by fire attacks by 1. Again, kind of like, kind of like the ice power badge. It is going to be useful in this chapter, and then pretty much afterwards, it tends to be just a niche badge to have. It's not really required. It's it's not really going to do too much for your adventure afterwards, other than like a couple enemies along the way. But go ahead and get Paracarry for this, because I do want to move the block, because what we have to do is push these blocks down so we can stop the fire, because of course Paracarry is the only one that can let us go through this way. Going down that way won't let us until we block the fire path. The last block, and then we shall see this cinematic very shortly. There we go. Now we're able to properly traverse, because before it was impossible. Alright, oh, don't want to. Alright. I keep doing that. I will always do that to this day. Alright. And then soonly after, we do see that, the big treasure chest, and we all know what that means, guys. We've seen that before. Just gotta make sure I don't mess this up. And if you do mess up here, all you have to do is just leave the room to reset the room. No big deal. Although, for time's sake, you might want to do it just perfectly first time around. Alright, there we go. And, oh, fire! Fire! Fire, 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 fire. Let me go ahead and just cut these battles, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, guys, after that, you did see me jump on the fire enemy. Yeah, make sure you know what you're actually doing and don't do things ahead of time. Because unless you have the fire badge, fire shield badge, yeah, you'll experience what I just saw. But enough of that, let's go ahead and open the chest, and we get the Ultra Hammer. So the attack power of Mario's hammer increases, and on top of that, you can now destroy metal blocks. So this is the final hammer upgrade Mario will receive. His power for the hammer attack increases, and not only that, you can get rid of any hammer-related obstacles along the way. Very useful in this chapter, and of course in many others that are going to be coming up. And of course for a lot of the other puzzles hidden throughout the Mushroom Kingdom that we've experienced, but of course weren't able to deal with up until now. But of course we'll deal with all that later. Let's go ahead and just finish traversing the volcano. There isn't too much here. In fact, most of the story does lie on just saving the Yoshi kids and pretty much being in the village. Oh. I'd rather have Sushi for this. Actually, no, because I'm about to get a level up. Let me go ahead and get Bombette. Oh, come on! I was trying to run away from that. I don't think Power Bomb is going to work on these guys, on the fire. Oh, it does. It does a little bit more. Yeah, get rid of the Putrid Piranha. That should knock it out. Does it knock it out? Oh no, it has more than 8. That's okay. I'm in danger. Fine with me. Yeah, give me that +2. Alright, and with that, all I have to do is bomb, get that level up, and then we'll be out of here. Yo. Alright, so now with that level up, I will go ahead and just increase our HP. I'd rather have it at 20 now. Having it at 15, I'm just not good enough at doing the block all the time for it to be the case. I'd rather do my FP, but for now, I'm just going to leave it for my health points now. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that chest up there. Let's get our rewards. And we get the Dizzy Stomp badge. So if it works, the enemy Mario jumps on becomes dizzy. So that will work well against, you know, just regular standard enemies. Anything like bosses and mini bosses, it tends to not work that well. That's with a lot of the badges. So I don't typically rely on that kind of badge. As you can see, I really just have like the Power Smash versions of the badges because those are just more useful for me and they actually do a lot more damage. So that's why I really don't equip badges like that. It's just not worth it for me. Alright, so now that we can go ahead and move forward, I want to ignore these enemies. I think, oh wait, no, there was a block up there. Actually, ha, stupid. Ooh. So this is a dead end. Alright, because I do know one of the, oh, there it is. Alright, because I do know to get that, that level up block, you do have to, kind of time your jump perfect enough. Oh, there's Kolorado, so after we get the hammer, he gets this far. My finely honed intuition tells me the great discoveries lie just beyond here. But there's this mysterious block in the way. Curses, what to do? Alright, so now that we, of course, obtain the hammer. Yes, excellent now. Mario, no time to hang about. Onward to glory. It doesn't even go, he lets me go ahead. Alright. And this is what I was talking about. Kolorado, you keep interrupting me. It smells like treasure. Treasure, old boy. Make way. I'm going ahead. Yeah. Dang, that was a harsh fall. Alright, so this is the part I was talking about. If you glide on this hang glide and go time it about halfway, you should be able to land on that spot where the power-up block is. I don't recall which halfway point it is. No, I was way off. But we can't see Kolorado just bust his ass up.
Don't let me, Mario. Just investigating this floor a bit more closely.
You go on ahead. Oh, my aching. Bro, this is why you need to chill out. Like, I get that you want to explore stuff, but come on, bro. Like, idiot. He's gonna kill himself. If I did battle all the enemies here, it still wouldn't be enough for a level up, so I may do it behind the scenes if I cut back, but honestly, I'd rather wait till we get close to the boss room. Okay, so that's where that different shade of light on the caves, that should indicate where you should jump. Alright, so like I said, this does tend to be preference who you want to upgrade now. Sushi is going to be used for the boss fight. Watts Mega Shock to paralyze all enemies. I don't use it that much from her. It's really not useful, but having that extra plus attack is, of course. Fan Smack, attack enemies with the fan. It's basically her smack, but it does 2 damage. Again, it can be useful. I don't believe it ignores defense status. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, it's pretty good. It is good though. Air Raid, attack all enemies, so it's going to be similar to Sushi's and Bombettes, but Paracarry in moments isn't as like the most useful enemy unless you're attacking enemies on ceilings, but then again, we have Bow and Watt for that, so honestly, not a big deal. Mega Bomb, attacks all enemies, very hard powered, although it does use I think 9 or 10 FP, so use it with caution. And Cooper's Fire Shell to attack enemies with a Flaming Shell can be pretty useful, and Multi-Bonk is, of course, his head bonk ability consistently. Don't really use it either, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and bomb that. And yes, we will. So of course we will still run into a lot more upgrade blocks along the way, but I'd rather do it based on partners I will be going ahead and using in battle a lot more than others. Sushi and Bombette are going to be no exception. They are the most useful. Okay. And I believe before we head on further to the right, because as we get... Get away from me! I believe if we go up, I should be able to find that mysterious block again. I don't want the power block. Oh wait, I have to actually go up. Wait, no. Did I already get rid of it? I guess I already got rid of it, because I would have seen it already. Yeah, this is the room for the... Yeah. Okay, never mind. I think I got rid of it, and I just didn't... Oh yeah, I forgot. Alright guys, yeah, I'm actually very dumb. Keep that in mind. I actually don't have high IQ. I don't think there's anything here for what, is it? No, get away from me. No, nothing. Okay, so we can go ahead and start heading over to the right side now. And then, of course, Kolorado, after he recovers his ass, he'll meet us in a moment. Nothing down there. We already know that. Oh, snap. Run! So this is kind of like an Indiana Jones kind of like, not Easter egg, kind of like familiar thing. And yeah, you just run away from that. You don't want to get crushed from it. Hey, bye, Sushi. Oh, no, I gotta get out. Sushi's like, oh, my ass. See, push Sushi. See, Sushi can't handle it. He's like, oh, oh, oh. Alright, and fire enemies to avoid. Get away from me. Alright, so this is where you also have to time your jumps, so that way you can wait for the, of course, the moving rock. Damn. Oh, it gets faster. It gets, holy crap. It reminded me of that Mario Party minigame, the hot rope jump. You know the one, for you guys who played Mario Party 1 and 2, you know what I'm talking about. Hot rope jump. Come on. Infamous in Mario Party 1 because the one that get hit first is the one that loses, and in Mario Party 2, as long as you do 20, you win. Come on. I know I'm not the only one. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Man, let's just go ahead. Alright, so we have another room. Oh, a lot more of these enemies. Like I said, I already leveled up, so there's really no point in fighting more enemies. And in fact, I don't think there's really any badges that I can take advantage of either. I still want to keep the ones that I have. Like Power Plus, I'd rather have that +1. Damage dodge 2. Definitely want to keep these 4. These are very useful. Like when I'm in danger, receive half the damage, increase my damage, and sometimes get lucky. Pretty lucky too is also useful. And Zap Tap. above zap tap. And then I have those, and we're just missing one more attack FX, but that'll be for a few more chapters, so wait on that. Mario, wait one moment. Oh, Kolorado. According to the information I've gathered, the hidden treasure should be right around here, but I need to look a little further. Man, you need to stop following me, bro. You're really pissing me off, Kolorado. And in fact, if it wasn't known already, I kind of knew about this a little bit later. I'll admit I'm a little late to it, but Kolorado Koopa, the famous explorer, is pretty much a hidden homage, or not really hidden, is more of a reference to, of course, the great Indiana Jones. Of course, being named after the state Indiana, Kolorado is pretty much that similar identity, being named after a state. Yeah, that's just a small little hidden detail if you guys didn't already know that. Alright. Except Kolorado is just a impatient dummy and Indiana Jones was ridiculous. But if we hit this last block, this will of course push down the final boulder, and we gotta run! Or at least walk in Mario's case. Although Kolorado won't. Oh no, I got hit. Okay, so I get dealt with 1 damage and Kolorado just suffers there like a dummy. It barely nicked me, old boy. Oh, my poor shell. See, this is why you need to start learning, old man. Indiana Jones would have never. Although I took 1 damage, so you know, I should have probably known better too. Ooh, hit a 4th panel. And somewhere. This guy never wants to be close, so very close. My treasure hunting senses are going simply bad right now. My intuition tells me it's over here. And we even see a heal block. I guess that could indicate something, right guys? It probably does. Oh, coin block. Oh, so a super shoe. And maple syrup. I'll get rid of mystery. I'd rather have the maple syrup. Oh, seems to be nothing. Alas, even my finely honed intuition can be wrong on occasion. I shall not give up. Let's head back the other way. Perhaps the treasure is a bit deeper down in the volcano. Alright, and I believe there is a hidden block right there. Let me make sure with Watt's ability. Oh, it's not. It's not there. I thought there was one here. Well, regardless, you can get maple syrup and super shoe items that will be helpful for the boss battle. Pretty much to no surprise, since we're in Mount Lavalava, the boss is here, like we were already told by Twink earlier in the episode. Is it right here? Yeah, it's right here. Star pieces galore. How many do I have? Like 20? 18. Yeah, that should be enough to get me a lot of the good stuff. Alright, so like Kolorado said, and of course the save block, no surprise there. And if we go just a little bit more, there we go. Mario still approaching. Identified as searching for Star Spirit. Code Red, report to boss. Alert, alert. Alright, and then to no surprise, going into this room probably would yield the boss fight. But of course, I can't do that now. We don't have enough time. We are going to have to leave that for next time. But just to go ahead and show you guys, just to give you an idea of what we have so far, I am going to be keeping a lot of these badges still. I was thinking about changing them as we progress, but as of right now, everything I have here is good. I will say, once you get enough badge points, you get up to 30 before the game caps you there and you can't use any more. It's not unlimited, you are capped at 30. Those extra 6 can be useful for a couple other badges. Like if I really wanted to use all 6 for the defense plus badge, I could. I mean, getting that 1 plus defense is going to be immense in many situations, although, you know, you use up a lot of badges. Not to say other badges aren't going to be useful, but there are, I think, 1 or 2 more badges that we are going to be getting in very later chapters that are going to be extremely useful to have, but we have to wait for those since we don't have them right now. And other than that, everything else here is not going to be up to my use, so I'm just going to be leaving it at that. Items, of course, there's still letters that we got. We'll have to worry about delivering them later. Probably do that after this chapter, just to go ahead and make way for the next one. And we will be touching up on the magical seed later. I did already bring that up earlier when we arrived here at Mount Lavalava, or Lavalava Island, and I'll be explaining that one last time when we get it. And then, yeah, items, nothing there. And I believe that should be everything. The only thing I haven't really mentioned yet is was it going to be about the partners? But that should be everyone. That was about it. Everything else, when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it because that's, of course, that's part of the story. We'll get to it when we actually cross it. But for now, guys, I believe since we are actually just one room away from the boss fight, we are already at the depths of the volcano, so we'll learn all about that next time. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Hope you enjoyed. So far, we really just traversed the Lavalava Island volcano, and there really wasn't too much. There were, of course, we did obtain the Ultra Hammer, the final hammer upgrade. Not going to be useful in this battle, honestly, but it does help us in the overworld and can be helpful in other situations. But when we approach the boss fight, for those who aren't familiar, we have to use a special kind of tactic since this is going to be a boss fight that we're not too accustomed to. But I'll go ahead and touch up on that a lot more next episode, so that way you guys can know what I'm talking about when we actually fight. So guys, this has been your boy Ron, and until next time, I'll see you guys back here when we reach the next room to go ahead and fight boss fight number 5, so go ahead and grab Star Spirit number 5. I will see you guys then. Take care.